The town of Blackwood sleeps beneath a suffocating shroud of mist, the kind that blurs the line between reality and nightmare. The cobblestone streets, slick with rain, shimmer under the dim glow of antique street lamps, their flickering lights struggling to pierce the fog. Storefronts stand abandoned, their windows coated in years of dust and neglect. A solitary police cruiser idles in front of a decrepit Victorian mansion, its once grand architecture now consumed by ivy and decay. In the distance, a single crow lets out a sharp, guttural caw before disappearing into the abyss of fog. There's a palpable silence, heavy and unnatural, as if the entire town is holding its breath. Detective Elliot Graves sits hunched over his cluttered desk, his face illuminated by the weak glow of a desk lamp. The room smells of stale coffee and old books, the air thick with cigarette smoke curling toward the ceiling fan. A board on the wall is pinned with crime scene photos, each connected by red string, forming a spiderweb of unanswered questions. A half-empty whiskey glass trembles slightly as the radio crackles with static. The detective, gripping a cigarette between his fingers, exhales slowly. The files before him are a nightmare in ink. Victims who vanished without a trace, their personal belongings found arranged in eerie patterns. Then, the phone rings. Twice, 3 times. When he answers, there is no voice, just breathing. The house is a relic of a forgotten era, its wooden frame splintered, paint peeling in long, curling strips. A single lantern flickers inside, casting erratic shadows against cracked wallpaper. The door, left ajar, sways with a slow, rhythmic creak. On the porch, a child's porcelain doll, its face cracked and hollow-eyed, sits upright, its tiny fingers wrapped around a rusted key. Beyond it, inside the dim hallway, footprints smeared in dark red lead toward an unseen room. The silence is suffocating. Then a whisper, low, guttural, coming from the darkness beyond. The basement is cold. The air is thick with the scent of mildew and something metallic. Graves' flashlight flickers as he steps forward, his boots echoing in the suffocating silence. Then he sees it. The walls are covered in symbols, drawn in what looks like dried blood, spiraling toward a single focal point, the center of the room. A lone wooden chair, its arms tied with frayed rope, sits beneath a swinging light bulb. At its base, scattered photographs of the missing victims, arranged in a perfect circle. At the center of it all, a single black feather. The air shifts, the shadows move. The forest is unnaturally quiet. The trees, twisted and gnarled, stretch toward the sky like skeletal fingers. Graves moves cautiously, the crunch of leaves beneath his boots the only sound in the suffocating silence. Then something shifts. Between the trees, a figure stands motionless, tall, limbs too long, a face obscured by darkness, its hollow eyes somehow watching. The detective grips his flashlight tighter, but when he blinks, the figure is closer. Back at the police station, the atmosphere is wrong. The lights flicker erratically, casting fleeting glimpses of movement in the shadows. On the surveillance monitors, static crackles before clearing, revealing a dark figure standing behind one of the officers. Graves' phone vibrates. A message. You are next. Then the lights go out,